This is the ISUPK Nevada. We started out at 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And if y'all watching and tuning into this class, make sure y'all like and share the class. I appreciate y'all tuning in to ISUPK classes, you understand? So we're going to get it in, man. We're going to get back onto these topics that we've been covering, that I've been covering at least, Salagi, and sure the other brothers in the school too. You understand how wicked these holidays are, man. And these holidays, this time right now is a very, very trying time, man, for our people, because we really get off our square a little bit and get caught up into the spirit of America. This is the time where you show your loyalty to your slave master. You understand? Not to the Most High like you supposed to, but to our oppressors who have been treating us viciously in this kingdom. You understand? We brought out a lot of information on Christmas. You understand? You can always check for our classes and get more in depth. You understand? But we're gonna keep bringing out this information on these holidays, man. These wicked holidays. The next wicked holiday that you guys are the people in the world at least, not everybody, not the young men and women in this school, because we know better. But the next holiday is gonna be New Year's. And we're going to get into a little bit of breakdown on New Year's, man. But first, I want y'all to understand who we are. We're going to do a little recap and just give you a couple scriptures to realize why New Year's and those things have nothing to do with you and your culture, man. You just caught up in the philosophy and the culture of America. So in America, your slave master has allotted special days for you to get off work, special days for you to celebrate, for you to revel, for you to have these revelings, man. And we looked up the definition of revelings, and it talked about being pagan worship, pagan celebrations. If you could, I'll turn that on. You know what I'm saying? The water. So once again, the new year is another reveling that our people are involved in. You understand? This pagan worship, this lustful pagan worship. Because let's keep it real. If you sitting here and you doing something every year over and over, and you're looking forward to it, right? People are lusting after this day that's coming. Everybody's making plans. They getting their outfits ready. COVID-19, look, we in Las Vegas, and the governor or mayor or whoever, they said they're not going to enforce masks, you understand, and 6 social distancing, because they want people to be out here celebrating this holiday. It's more important for you to be partying in Vegas and saying that you came to Las Vegas and enjoy New Year's Eve than it is for COVID-19. You understand? So many people are going to get caught up and gonna, you know what I'm saying, get sick from just trying to party and have a good time just to worship this day. You understand? But once again, us as being Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Israelites, the chosen people of God, we're given a special designation to a pass from this holiday. You understand? Because this is something that we're not even supposed to even think about, except for the fact that we're not going to celebrate it or something. You want to tell your children on why it's important not to do it, or you want to, learn about it or be in class. You understand? That's the only time we're going to consider it. You understand? Everybody else getting ready like it's a major thing. I was at work today at the Slave or whatnot. Everybody saying Happy New Year, and I gotta constantly back them off and be like, I don't celebrate New Year's, or whatever. You know what I mean? All right, you just whatever to them. You know what I mean? Because after a while, it gets kind of boring to repeat yourself over and over and over, and say the same things over and over, and you're like, they just don't get it. You want to get into depth about it, but it's just not the right place and time. This is why we have our classes, so that you understand we can get in depth about it, and this is the perfect place and time. So give me 1 minute to put this attendance sheet in here for you guys. 1 second. So lucky. But yeah, so these couple months, man, is just back to back. It's like nonstop. For one, I'm trying to get as much money as I can from my slave, and it's getting to the point where I'm like, damn, I'm they don't want me to work. They think I enjoy being off from being a slave. I do, being able to be with my brothers, but you know, understand, I would rather get them. It's another day to me. You understand? They're not gonna give me no vacation or holiday pay or nothing for it. So nah, they just give you the day off. You know. So for me, you know, that it's even a double whammy. Not only do I have to hear about it or see, you know what I'm saying, see about it, but the fact that I'm not able to make money, they actually taking away from my money, you understand, to be able to support my family and stuff like that. It it really make me hate it even, you know, more. I already hate it because of the wickedness that it's associated with it. But you know what I'm saying, the fact that you know, they doing that, it makes it just even more disgusting. You understand? Because they make it a big deal. And we went over that. We went over how, you know, Christmas and these ancient winter solstice celebrations, the slave masters would give, or the kings, or if you want to say the noble class, would give the working class the days off, or a break from being a serf or a slave or a servant, you understand, to enjoy the feast, to enjoy the celebration, you understand? And sometimes they would serve them as well, like become hosts, you understand? And that's what you see with these parties, you understand? You see all these New Year's Eve parties, it's the same thing. It's the rich or upper class people hosting events for you to come to because you're off. You know what I'm saying? For the working people, or the lower class, or the slaves or servants. You understand? So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into this wicked time of the year, man. They say this is the most wonderful time of the year. It's really the most wicked time of the year. You understand? And they wonder, and people, once again, like I brought out before, wonder why is it that um, you know, all this, come January, come, you know, the new year, you've seen so much death, and you know what I'm saying, COVID-19 instantly picked up. You understand? In the beginning of the year, is because of these celebrations. Because we're a people that's not supposed to be uh, intertwined with these other nations, man. You understand? We're supposed to be separate, and we're gonna get that. Get for me. You got your Bible with you? Are? Get for me Deuteronomy 7 and 6, man, and just do a recap and get some of these milk scriptures out here for y'all to understand. Go ahead, read it when you got it out. That's Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
7:6.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Slow it down when you read loud, and slow it down just a little bit. All right. Focus up.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Once again, like I said before, we are a special people. We are separated for the Most High Himself. Salaki. We are a special people, separated, you understand, to the Lord God, thy God Himself. You understand? That in itself lets you know that there's division amongst people on the earth. It's a tough pill to swallow because we enjoy spending time with our family and people that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, your friends that you grew up with. But you got to understand that there's a division amongst those who are for the Most High and those who are not for the Most High. The Most High has His people that He deals with, and it is the children of Israel. You understand? And that's sometimes when we think about it at night, or you know what I mean, ponder, and you be around so many people, and you're like, dang, it's just a tough pill to swallow. But then when you see the spirit that's associated with the other nations and the way they think and the way we think, and we're trying to come back to this culture that the Most High gave us. You understand? It's something that we are so far removed from our own culture. We've just picked up American culture and ran with it and took it in as our own. You understand? So to hear something like you're not supposed to worship or celebrate New Year's after everybody's been doing it their whole life. All your friends, the whole world is getting ready to celebrate this time, or at least America for the most part. You understand? It puts you at a situation where you have to make a choice. Do you want to fit in, or are you trying to stand out and fit in with the Most High? You got to choose. And that's what it's about. It's about making that decision on what do you want? What do you want to be? You got to draw the line. You understand? And that's what many people in Christianity, they want to blur the lines. You understand? Christianity wants to combine the New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of this pagan worship, and combine it with the Most High. But the Most High has drawn a line between them that want to celebrate those traditions, because pagans belong to non-Israelites. You understand? These customs are not our customs. You understand? So the Most High drew a line between that, between us and them. You understand? And the way you stay on that line is by putting on your own culture and separating and removing the culture of America that they put on. You understand? The same culture that you grew up your whole life, which is so hard, you know what I'm saying, to break, because it's something that you've been doing. You understand? But with the spirit of the Most High and the brothers and sisters that's in this school, we help each other. You understand? Break that culture. You understand? To change, to kill off that old man that we was. You understand? Because when Christ said, nobody's gonna, except, I'm paraphrasing, of course, except you become a new man. You know what I'm saying? Be born again, Salagia, be born again, you shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. You get what I'm saying? So he's telling you the only way you can enter into the kingdom of heaven, which is our rulership, you understand, which is, you know, our inheritance, where we get to have, you understand, where we're not looking down, looking up at our oppressors or at the other nations for whatever, everything that they have, and you know what I'm saying, and how glorious it looks from on the outside looking in when you see someone, you know, these other nations, they own everything they have, and it comes so easy to them. For us, it's a struggle. Everything we got to do, we got to fight and work 10 times harder. You understand? But in our kingdom, it's going to be the opposite. Everything is going to come to us easily. You understand? Because we're going to be in control just like they're in control. You understand? But the main thing and the most important thing is to separate and continue to be separated. We're going to show you that God separated the nations, man. Give me Acts, the book of Acts 17-26, Baba Kushai. Uh-huh.
The book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 26. And hath made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on the face of the earth.
Read it a little bit louder for the class.
And hath made of one blood of all nations of men for to dwell on the face of the earth, and hath determined the times before appointed, and the bounds of their habitation.
Right? So they determined the times appointed and the bounds of their habitation, right? So this scripture is bringing out that the Lord has separated us. You understand? Read that again from the top.
And hath made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on the face of the earth.
Right. So from one blood, the Most High made all nations of men. Right? Right. Is that what it say? Salakia. Right. Let me get there. Let me get there real quick with you. Yes. And have made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth. So all men are made from blood, right? The same blood. Don't let them tell you that you got Negroid blood and what is it? Caucasian blood, Caucasoid or something like that. It's some crazy way they want to break down DNA, and you got an extra strand of DNA if you're black, right, and this and that. The Bible tells you that from one blood hath the Lord made all nations on earth. Yeah, kind of go get that. So from one blood have the Most High made all nations on earth to dwell on the face of the earth, right? And then it also says, and have determined the times before appointed, meaning the times before this point in time, he determined and he appointed these nations to be who they are. You understand? He's appointed Israel to be Israel. That was decided before Israel was on the earth. You understand? And he also gave each nation their own land. You understand? The bounds of their habitations. This is what the Bible is telling you. It's not telling you that all nations were together and all nations should be coming together and we should be in America all doing the same things. He's telling you that he set a boundary of your habitations, meaning we wasn't dwelling together necessarily intermingle with each other. You might have had people around each other, you know what I'm saying, where the other nations were, you know, let's say we live in Las Vegas, and you got the other nations might be in Pahrump or Reno or wherever, you understand? Las Vegas could be our area, but you got them in Henderson. That doesn't mean just because they're that close to you that we have to go and deal with them and see what's going on in Henderson. You know what I'm saying? Just to mingle with them and do what they doing. They might be over there, you know, worshiping a rock in Henderson. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So that don't mean for us because they're close and we can see them worshiping that rock that we should be doing the same thing. The Lord gave us our own boundaries. You understand? For us to keep, meaning to be separated. This scripture is breaking out separation, man. It's not bringing us together. It's about us knowing our boundaries and to be separated. And that's telling you from the beginning. You understand? We're gonna drop that and give me Salagia. Give me Revelations 18:4, man. What?
Revelations chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye may not be partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Right. Once again, the Lord is telling us to come out of her. Just like I said, the reason why the Lord made us have our own habitations, our own boundaries, is so that we would not be inside of when they're talking about the her, they're speaking on this society. They're talking about America, not necessarily the America being a country, you understand, but the philosophies that's inside of America. Because what makes you American? What makes you American? Go ahead. Who want to answer that? Rock?
Basically, just being born on American soil, just like how we would consider Greek because we were born in Greece.
Yes, but that's not what I'm looking for. What really makes you American?
Oh, so
you want to give it a try? Or okay, go ahead.
Adopting the American cultures.
Exactly, because you got people that's from here that is born in America, but they still keep their own culture. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Asian man, right? The Asian man, or you know what I'm saying? The Asian man going in America, he has Chinatown. So a lot of those people that's born as Asian Americans, you understand, their children, their fathers or grandfather might not have been born in America, but their children are. But best believe in their household, they celebrating Chinese New Year.
Right.
You understand? They celebrating, you know what I'm saying, the year of the rat or dog or cat, whatever the hell they be doing. You know what I'm saying? They gonna celebrate whatever has something to do with their culture in America. You understand?
Right.
They're gonna have their buildings with the Chinese, their little dojos or whatever they are. Salagi, it ain't a dojo, but I'm just saying they gonna have their, you know what I'm saying, their Chinese whatever. You might go in, there might be a Chinese bank. You understand what you ain't putting your money in there. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't really going to their grocery store unless it's in your neighborhood. But you go in their neighborhood, you ain't really going in their grocery stores in their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You got your own grocery store. You gonna go to the American grocery store. You know what I'm saying? So reason why it's important is because we can do the same thing. We don't have to be inside of America and be an American. You understand? You American because, like the brother said, you born in America. That's your citizenship. You understand? Just like Paul. Paul said what? He said that he's a Roman citizen. Right. He's from the tribe of Benjamin. You understand? So he knew his heritage, although he's a Roman citizen. So guess what Paul did? Paul put on the customs that was associated with the tribe of Benjamin. You understand? He didn't put on, I mean, obviously, if you dealing in Rome, in Roman, you know what I'm saying, captivity, it's gonna be some things you're gonna do that's gonna be Roman. You know what I'm saying? You might have to eat or go to sleep at a time or go to work at that time or whatever, pay a tax or you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be things that you have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily giving over worship or praise or you know what I'm saying or whatnot to Rome or to America, but everything else is done by choice. Right. You understand? To celebrate the new year is done by choice. You don't have to celebrate. Nobody's gonna be like, damn, you ain't celebrate New Year's. You know what? You're gonna get arrested for that. You know what I'm saying? It's not a law in America to not celebrate New Year's.
Right.
We want to thank the Most High for that because we definitely know it was times, if you read the Maccabees, where you had to worship what they wanted you to worship. You understand? You had to be a part of that society. You couldn't stand out and have this opportunity. Brothers had to lose their life for us to have this opportunity to say no to New Year's, to say no to Christmas, to say no to pork. And right. We don't have to get into the story of the 7 brothers and the mother who gave their damn life, was tortured just to not eat bacon, pork, ham, pork chops. You understand? Right now, there's plenty of people, if somebody put a gun in their head and he told you eat you a piece of fried bacon, more than likely people will eat the bacon. You understand? They gonna say you ain't gotta do all that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You ain't gotta do all that, big dog. I don't know why you even messing with me like that, man. Give me that bacon. What you got? Some pepperoni pizza too? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing. It just is natural. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you vegan. I don't care what it is. If your life depending on it, you're going to, 9 times out of 10, people are going to eat that bacon or whatever they tell you to go along with because it's something you've been doing your whole life. You know what I'm saying? But now that's what they had to endure in the Maccabees. Well, our struggle is different. Our struggle is, you understand, is more spiritual. You understand? That was physical. That was right there in your face. Eat it or die. You understand? Right now, it's, man, I could really be kicking it with my friends tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You have a choice. Your spirit talking to you now. You understand? Your spirit is telling you, I could really be kicking it with my friends tomorrow, but I mean, I got, I'm really trying to not do the New Year thing this year. I heard God said that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You really fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's about to party. They making plans. You know what I'm saying? Damn, they're going to be drinking. People going to be calling and texting you and wanting you to, you know what I'm saying, hang out with them. You're going to have to, you're going to have to pretty much curve them. You know what I'm saying? If you real strong in this truth, you're going to just let them know. Look, I know I used to celebrate it last year. Right. But this year I'm not. I learned that is wrong. Right. I learned that holiday is wicked. I learned that is the worship of a God that I don't associate with. You understand? That's strength. That's showing, that you're in the process of killing that old man. You know what I'm saying? That Christ said you had to do in order to enter the kingdom of heaven. And it's not just to, enter the kingdom of heaven. Obviously, that'll be your goal, right? That's your goal. That's everyone's goal that's an Israelite. You understand? That was what the Israelites back in the day, that was their goal. When is the kingdom of heaven coming? You understand? They wanted the kingdom of heaven. But right now, the kingdom of heaven is within us. You understand? It's in you right now, sitting in this class. It's you watching this class. You are, the kingdom of heaven is within you, meaning what? All right.
Like basically, like when we get together for, we just had the Las Vegas cookout. Like that was basically a taste of the kingdom of heaven. Because,
right.
We all coming together in unification under one banner, under one body and one goal in mind, and also under one spirit. That's the spirit of Yahushua. And yeah.
No, absolutely. And to add to that, you understand, the kingdom of heaven isn't going to come without you doing something.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
What you think? You just going to sit back and you're going to watch the kingdom of heaven just transform on TV? Like it's going to go from a 1 minute, our oppressors are in rulership, and you sitting back watching TV like, dang, they really overtaking America. No, that ain't how it's going to happen. It's going to take for you to put down weed. It's going to take for you to stop selling drugs. It's going to take for you to stop being a whore. You understand? It's going to take for you to take this truth serious, and you're going to make it happen because you're going to say, I don't celebrate Christmas no more. You understand? Then you're going to teach another brother or sister not to celebrate Christmas or any holidays. You understand? Not to eat pork, but to keep the laws. And then before you know it, now the kingdom of heaven is here because what? We're all doing what we're supposed to do, what we're going to be doing in the kingdom of heaven. Right. What you're doing, what we're rehearsing right now is no different than what we're going to be doing in the kingdom of heaven. Right. You understand? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, being brotherly and sisterly to each other, loving your people. You understand? Sticking together. You get what I'm saying? This is what you're going to be doing in the kingdom. Not celebrating Christmas, not celebrating New Year's. That is going to be a harsh penalty for anybody in the kingdom that mentions New Year's. Oh, man, is it January? We're going to be like, what's that? We're not even probably going to call that month, you know what I'm saying, that time of year that. For sure. You know what I'm saying? So, Salakia, they may definitely not say that, but if they even think about celebrating or popping a firework, you understand? It's going to be off with their head. Right. But the point is, it's within you because you're gonna make it happen. You understand? You're doing your part right now by shedding yourself for the world and coming to these classes, getting in all black as a trooper. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get your name, coming up in these ranks. You understand? And sisters, the same thing, shedding themselves for the world. You understand? Stop being a whore, and you understand, and being some flip mouth woman, you understand, who don't know how to shut the hell up. Right. You understand? And get into these ranks and get in order. This ain't the time to be partying and kicking it and to be out of order. This is the time to be getting your life in order. You understand? Because it's gonna come. Give for me a rock, find for me where Christ said, just like in that day of Noah. You understand? It starts with that. You know what scripture I want, right? All right. And you, for me, what was we at? We was in Revelation. Read that again from the top. Revelation 18:4.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven. You gotta read it loud. Come on, And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins." Man, that you don't participate in Christmas, which is a sin. It's a pagan worship. You understand? It's reveling. You understand? You don't eat pork. That you don't smoke weed. You don't sell drugs. You don't, you understand, steal. You understand? You don't be a homosexual. Come out of her so you don't take in her sins and receive what? Keep going. And that ye receive not of her plagues.
Not of her plagues. Do not catch COVID-19. Don't be a homosexual or drug abuser and get HIV. Or don't sleep with whores and wake up with syphilis, hepatitis. You understand? Gonorrhea. Go ahead.
Just off with the last one that you said, if I may, sir, they actually just discovered a new strand. They're calling it the super gonorrhea, which is basically it mutated with the COVID, and right now they don't have any antibiotics for the gonorrhea. So
good.
Basically, you just got to sit through it.
You got COVID and gonorrhea. You're burning all your lungs and your body. It's burning on fire. That's crazy. Good night, man. Like you hear me? So this ain't the time to be living wickedly, man, because these plagues are gonna come to you. The Lord ain't telling you to come out of her just because he wants to tell you by chance something might happen to you. You understand? He's telling you that surely these things will happen to you. You understand? You see it every day. You see what we perceive as good people die every day, and you can't explain it. You don't know why they're dying, and it hurts to see them go. It hurts to see your loved ones die. You understand? And the people you know go through hardships, and for you yourself to go through hardships, and you just can't put things together. You understand? You just can't get right. You understand? It hurts to see that, but the Lord is telling you why it's happening, because you want to continue and be indoctrinated and be involved in the culture of America, man. You understand? People want to continue. They didn't learn from 2020. 2020 was, to some people, the worst year of their life. You understand? And they still doing the same things.
Right.
And every new year they say they're going to do something different. I'm gonna change. That whore say she gonna stop doing without having 100 bodies on her. You understand? She's gonna change. But guess what? When COVID-19 hit, she got lonely. She called more men over. She forgot about her resolution. You understand? That drug dealer, COVID-19 hit, man, people need them drugs. That man probably thought this is a business opportunity. You understand? So the Lord causes these plagues to come upon us, right? Come upon the earth. And all that facade of self-help and self-reliance, it goes out the window. You understand? Because the only way you're going to be strong is if you're around strong people.
Right.
If you're around people that's not doing the things that you're trying to not do.
Right.
You understand? If you with the same old people, running with the same old crew, you're gonna get the same old results. You understand? If not worse. That time may catch up with you from you chasing whores. You run into that wrong whore and catch that super gonorrhea that he's talking about. You understand? Or, you know what I mean? You running with the wrong people. Anything. It could be a car accident. You understand? Anything can happen. You understand? So the Lord is telling you to come out of America so that you do not partake in her plagues or her sins. The sins bring on the plagues. You understand? And celebrating these holidays is a sin. You understand? Give me, is that it on 4 or did you give me 5 too?
That was just 4.
All right, give me 5 too.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities.
Inequities. Yes, her America's sins have reached onto to heavens, to the heaven, man. And God definitely has remembered her inequities, man. Why do you think COVID-19 is running loose right now? And you understand, is because America, like Las Vegas, wants to continue to. They don't want to shut down. They don't want to cancel Christmas. The Lord is trying to tell you, don't gather. Don't bring people around you. Don't be hanging with strangers. You understand? Don't mix with these other nations. You understand? Stay to yourself. Be with your family. Be with the men of the Lord and women of the Lord. You understand? And get yourself right during this time. Do anything but what you was doing, you know what I'm saying, last year. You understand? But people still haven't learned. And unfortunately, it's going to be more casualties. You understand? But those casualties are going to be righteous. You know why? It's because it's going to draw you in the truth. It's going to draw somebody in the truth to say, damn, I ain't got nothing left. Right. COVID-19 destroyed everything. My family, I lost my mom, I lost da-da-da-da. You understand? I don't see a future. And they're going to turn on the men of the Lord telling you, be strong. You understand? Get into this truth. Understand why this is happening. Be protected. Get the Lord to fight for you on your side. You understand? Not against you. Because the Lord can be against you for sure. We're going to bring that out, man. We're going to bring that out. Let me get... You had a point? Go ahead.
Yeah. So did you want that from for your house?
Yeah. Please. Yeah, get that from me.
All right. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So just like in the day of Noah, also shall the coming of Christ, the return of Christ be, man. What was going on in the days of Noah? Anybody remember? Huh? Okay, but before we get that, tell me, okay, read the next verse. Go ahead.
God. Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
So, in the days of Noah, they were doing what? Read it slow.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking.
Eating and drinking. What that sound like? Go ahead, Rock.
They was eating all the, they were eating, basically they were eating things they weren't supposed to be eating. They was drinking more than they were supposed to be drinking, like drinking too much alcohol. They was being drunkards.
Not necessarily you looking more spiritual into it. Think of right now of just a feast or a party. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of.
You know what I mean? Not necessarily that they being drunkards, they doing it every day, but they were having a good time. They were eating, they were drinking, they were partying. Right. That sound like everybody's Christmas party with their family. That sound like Thanksgiving, right? It's food, it's alcohol there. They were celebrating, they were reveling, they were having these pagan parties. You understand? Because they wasn't listening to the men of the Lord, because Noah was the man of the Lord during that time, right?
Right.
That's why we bringing up Noah, because he was the one, if you know anything about the story, was warning them for 80 years that a flood was coming that's going to kill everybody. You understand? Just like we warning right now that we in the last days, and that, you understand, the end of the world is coming. You understand that the end of this world, you understand, not the end of earth, but this world, this system is coming to an end. Our oppression is coming to an end only if you're following the Most High. You understand? If you're not in these ranks or following the Lord, then good night. Anything can happen to you. You understand? You're not going to hear that warning. You understand? So we're doing just like Noah doing. We warn, hey man, stop smoking weed, man. It's like the time to be getting high. You understand? You see how things getting worse. It's not getting better. That's like it's starting to drizzle. You know what I'm saying? That rain, hey, it's drizzling a little bit, man. In the time of Noah. You feel me? Right before the storm. We're telling you, hey man, get your life together. Stop hanging with them people you're hanging with. Separate yourself like the Lord intended you to. You understand? Get in these ranks. Do what you got to do to, you understand, to fight. Fight your flesh. We talked about that in another class. Your spirit and your flesh, they're at odds against each other. Your spirit brought you in class today because you're feeling like, I need to be here. You understand?
Right.
Brought us to class, right? Your flesh said, man, I could be at the crib sleep right now, or kicking it, or talking on the phone with some female, or what, you know what I mean? Whatever you like to do, playing a video game, whatever makes you feel good. You understand?
Right.
But at the end of the day, you understand, just like I said, in the time of Noah, they were giving into their flesh. Noah's spirit told him, hey man, the Lord told me to prepare. I'm preparing for this. I'm building this. I know the Lord ain't playing when he say this. We're telling you the same thing. The Lord ain't playing. It's COVID-19. It's America's falling. You understand? The world is coming to an end. The world is not going to get better. It's going to get worse. You understand? We're telling you, it's going to be more bloodshed. Race war is going to turn up. You understand? All of these things are going to turn up. You understand? Poverty is coming. Food shortages. You understand? All of these things are coming. People want to see it happen right now for them to know that it's happening. But Noah was pre-warned. Noah pre-warned people. That's why Christ said, just like in those days of Noah. Read that from the top of the shop.
Verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage.
Man, so they were marrying and giving in marriage, meaning what? Go ahead, Rob.
Basically, having loose sex and fornicating.
Man, having sexual parties, marrying, giving into marriage. This is these revelings that we brought out the other day, man. You understand? These lustful orgies, pagan, you understand, lustful celebrations. On New Year's Eve, you know how many people are going to have sex to say, we're going to bring in, I want to bring in a new year with you. You know what I'm saying? You my boo. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the first, because you're going to be the first one for the new year. You know what I'm saying? Drunk. Think about how many people are going to get drunk out of their mind and just have sex with some random person. You understand? And maybe people have done it, but we've done it before. You understand? But the point of the matter is not to dwell on what we've done, but to know that there's a difference. We've come a long way from just getting faded and celebrating and woo, Happy New Year, and just living it up, thinking, oh, it's 2020, 2021. You're having fun. You don't know why. This is just another day, but you really, you know what I'm saying? You're caught in the spirit of New Year's, the spirit of Christmas, the spirit of Thanksgiving. You're beside yourself. You understand? You're not even thinking about what you're doing. You just caught in the moment. That moment means nothing, because that moment could be just like in the days of Noah. Keep reading.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Until the day that ark closed. That's when it all stopped. That's when the partying It was over with. No more New Year's, no more Christmas, no more Halloween, no more family time, no more nothing. When Noah entered the ark, everything stopped. The countdown, the goddamn celebration, the fireworks, the fun, the drinking, the smoking, the women, all of that stopped when he entered the flood because it was time.
Right.
It was that time at that time. It was the time for the end at that time. Keep reading.
Verse 39. And knew not until the flood came.
And they knew not until the flood came. Those people that were partying, having sex, goddamn eating, drinking, smoking, whatever they were doing, they knew not until the flood came. They didn't realize that they had messed up until the flood came. Oh shit. Excuse my Salakia. Oh wow. Wow, this was real. Don't be that person.
Right.
Don't be that person that get caught partying, kicking it, enjoying life, thinking YOLO, trying to keep up with the Joneses. You understand? Living your best life. You understand? No regard for whatever. Just, doing whatever. Going where the wind blows. Don't be that person. Because you'll know it's real when Yahweh shall return. When you start seeing brothers going to them chariots and you left behind. Give me Salakia. That might if you can, I hold that now. Finish that, and I'm gonna get another one for you.
All right, come. And took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Hold on, read that last part again before that.
Verse 38.
When he entered the ark.
Oh, come.
Salakia.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
And they didn't know anything till the flood came and took them all away. Those same people that was partying, enjoying life, living like it went, like there was no tomorrow, and tomorrow ended. There was no tomorrow for them.
Right.
Everybody on the earth died except for Noah and his family. You cannot believe it or believe it. It's up to you. You understand? If you don't believe that the Lord, the creator of the whole earth and universe, that can make the earth split open and buildings fall inside, that can make a whirlwind come from nobody knows where it comes from. They can't stop it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Can do that also on water. Can make a tsunami, make the water rise up and kill everybody on the land. Does it not happen? Can man make that happen? Can man stop that? No, they cannot stop it. These are the swords of the Most High. That flood was a sword. You understand? Ask Katrina. Ask them people in Katrina about floods, or Houston. You understand, about floods? Hurricane Andrew. You understand? Ask them people what it was like to be in that. I pray I don't ever see that. Where you outside and it's a river up to the top of your roof. You understand? This is the Lord. This is the God of the Bible. You understand? Go ahead.
Yes. Like when I was stationed out in North Carolina, I was out there for Hurricane Matthew, and thank the Most High in Christ that the house that I was living in at that time was basically like up on top of the hill, like even in the neighborhood. And so, we was posted up in my house, waiting out the hurricane for the whole week that it was there. By the time it passed over, we was finally even able to go onto the streets because it was that flooded. Like when we went down the street, there was houses that was like in my neighborhood completely covered in water. To the, as you said, all the way up to the top of the rooftop. And like I said, thank the Most High in Christ that my house that I was staying on, like it was on top of the hill. So the worst that I got was just my garage door got a little banged up from the wind, but that was it. Absolutely.
You understand? Because you had a bigger purpose of living right now. You understand? It's to do the work of the Lord, man. You understand? That's why you were able to survive that, man. And many people didn't. You understand? But when we talking about the day of Noah, everybody died except for Noah and his family.
Right.
That's how important it is to be on the side of the Lord, be on the good side of the Most High, to
Right.
follow and give worship and praise to the Most High. You understand? Give your time and your energy into the Lord and doing the work of the Lord. You understand? It's because that work is going to save your life. When that day come, just like Christ, he said, just like the day of Noah, so shall the Son of Man's return be like that day. Where people going to be kicking it. They're going to be celebrating whatever they're going to be celebrating. It ain't going to be, you think the end of this system, the end of this world, you know, the return of Christ is going to come when you're just somewhere in a goddamn bunker waiting on it, talking about, oh man, this must be the end. No, it's not going to come like that. Lord, that ain't what the Most High said. It's going to come like a thief in the night. You understand? I'm paraphrasing. You're not going to know when it's coming. You understand? It's going to be a regular day. All of a sudden, things going to turn up, and it's never going to be the same again. From that point, it's going to be on. And you're not going to have time to go, let me read Matthew. You know what I'm saying? And let me start reading my Bible again. No, it ain't going to work that way. It's not how it's going to happen. You were rolling a blunt, you're going to be rolling a blunt when it happens. You were a drunkard, you was with whores, you was a faggot, Salakia, a homosexual. You understand? You're going to be with your boyfriend when the day of the Lord is at hand. You understand? We forbid that, you understand, it happens tomorrow. You understand? While everybody celebrating New Year's. But it could. Not saying, you know, we want it to happen, because we want our brothers and sisters coming to this truth.
Right.
You understand? We want them to have time, you understand? To get themselves together just like you got time, or I had time, you understand? We want that to happen. So we don't want it to come tomorrow. But if it did, I mean, it would mean end, obviously, right, of our captivity. But I can we honestly say who's going to make it and who's not? That's why it's important to be in rare form when you're serving the Lord. You understand? Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Salaki, I'm just saying, like, you don't want to be in the same old form you was in, half stepping, you know what I'm saying? Small stepping, shucking and jiving your way through this truth.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
You want to be glued to it. You want to be living it. You want it to be in you, not on you. You understand? It's because just like in that day, it's going to come as a surprise. You understand? And that's the importance of these scriptures, man. This is why we want to bring out how wicked these holidays are, because we don't want our people being caught up worshiping America when the Lord told us to come out of her. The Lord said we separate. We were created to not, we had our own habitation. You understand? We had our boundaries. We had the other nations, they had their land, we had our land. We doing us, they doing them. But no, we wanted to be like them. We still do today. We still want to be intertwined with these other nations. We want to, you know, dress like them, party like them. You understand? We don't want order and discipline. We want to live lawless. You understand? And follow the law, or try to follow the laws of America. Those are the ones that supersede, you understand, the laws of God to those in America. You understand? In this kingdom, the Christian church is a wicked house of Satan. You understand? Right. Because they will tell you that the laws of God doesn't apply, and just leave you out there naked, like Adam and Eve was when they wanted to put on the culture of the other nations that was around about them. You understand? That's another breakdown. You know? Get that. Keep reading. The actual scripture that I want to is down there. Keep reading it.
Okay. Verse 40. There shall two be in the field. The one shall be taken and the other left.
Ooh. Read that again.
Then
pay attention. Read it slow.
Then shall two be in the field.
So it's gonna be two. Let's imagine. It's giving you a scenario on what it's gonna be like. I want you to picture this in your mind. Two in the field. Let's say two at work. We ain't gonna say in the field. You understand? Let's say you, a man of God, and somebody who's not a man of God. You understand? And y'all both working together. Keep reading.
The one shall be taken and the other left.
The one shall be taken where?
Dead.
Let's get the precept for that. Where it talks about when they go in the chariots.
Okay, so it is the other way.
Yeah, it's the one where it talks about coming to the chambers until for a short while. Give me that, Salakia. Yeah, it's Isaiah 26 and 20. Hold that, and you read Isaiah 26 and 20. Yeah, you hold where you at. Read it loud and slow. Public shot. Okay.
Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors.
So the Lord is saying, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. This is when that one is left and one is taken. It's giving you what's going to happen when that person's taken. This is where he's going. Go ahead.
And shut thy doors about thee.
Hide
thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed.
Until the indignation be overpassed. Look up indignation. Give me the definition, Baba Kashab. So y'all can know what we talking about, man. Go ahead, read it when you got it. Right?
Indignation, noun, anger or annoyance provoked by what is perceived as unfair treatment.
Give me it. It should be destruction, anything like that. What else? What else you got? Give me one more closer to like a. Let me see.
You want to read it out of the Zondervan, sir?
That we need the other one though. The Zondervan. Hold on. We're gonna get. Let's see if we got a couple definitions. Yeah, malice. I mean, it's the same definition. Annoyance, anger, provoked. You understand? Unfair treatment, if you want to say. You understand? The something similar is distress, hurt, offense, meaning that the Lord is gonna give the indignation, right? He's the one who's releasing the indignation. He's the one that's releasing anger. It's provoked. It's unfair treatment. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like it's a punishment. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the Lord is telling you to come into these chambers, you understand, until the punishment is over, until this judgment that the earth is going to receive. That's what that's talking about when it says one in the mill and one disappears. That one person, it's going to get to it. That one person is going to realize something. You understand? When that other one's gone to safety. That's what you need to know. When it says, and the other one is read what you had again in Matthew. Keep reading. Yeah.
There shall two be in the field. The one shall be taken and the other left.
So this is what this talking about the one that's going to be taken. This is where he's going. This is what he's going to see. He's going to see the indignation onto that other one that's left. You understand? And he's going to be in the chambers. And the Lord is telling him, be cool. Everything's going to be good. It's just a short while. We're going to handle this light work on this earth real quick. Keep going.
Verse 41. Two women shall be grinding at the mill. The one shall be taken and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this.
Hold on, Salaki. We can leave it at that, man. It's just giving you examples of those two women grinding at that mill. You understand? That's you and somebody at work or whatever. You understand? That person at work, you being taken away, Lord willing, and that person at work being left because they didn't want to listen. You understand? That's how the day of the Lord gonna happen. You understand? You're gonna be the Lord is telling you, you're gonna be doing your everyday life, living life, working somewhere, doing something. You understand that it's just gonna be normal, and then you're gonna realize like, whoa, I did something. I was in those classes. I stopped being a filthy sinner. You understand? I changed. I killed that old man who I was and became a new person. And you're gonna be in Isaiah, in them chambers, them angels or the most whoever gonna tell you, hey man, just relax. Come, shut the door. You understand? We got room for y'all. Y'all good. We finna finish them off down there. That guy you seen that was next to you, he's gonna die. He's not gonna make it. You understand? But you good. Come chill, relax. Those people want to celebrate New Year's, Christmas, let them, yeah, they down there partying. Watch this. That party ain't gonna be no more partying. You understand? That's what they want you to understand. It's gonna come like that. You understand? It's not gonna be no warnings. It's not, the warnings are here already. The warnings are these classes. You understand? Right. Noah warned. That was the only warning they got was Noah. Either you listened to him or you didn't. You understand? Because the Lord was disgusted during the time of Noah's day with what was going on. The partying, the marrying, the interracial marriages, the goddamn following the other nations. You understand? The sinning, the uncleanliness. You understand? All of the things that the Lord is against, we were doing. And the Lord said, I've had enough. It's time to refresh, restart. Go ahead.
I got a question. Did the Most High intend for nobody to want to listen to Noah, or was that like just completely just on it? Like the Most High still gave them the opportunity, but it was just like they was that wicked that nobody listened.
You got to understand, it's never the Most High's intention for people not to listen. That's just like saying, is it what we gonna do, doing the work? We might as well just not do it because the Lord wants them not to hear it. You get what I'm saying? We don't know who gonna hear what. You get what I'm saying? Okay. That's why we do the work. So it ain't that you get what I'm saying? It's up to them. Yeah, you gotta look at it like that. It's up to them. They decide if they able to hear it. You understand? But they spirit have to want to they have to be the type of person that's open to that type of information. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
And of course, it's going to take the Most High to, once it's like, think of yourself, what type of person you are, your spirit, you more than likely are a type of person that, you understand, you thinking about, you're very cerebral about what's going on in your life and how to change your life, how to add good things to your life, how to, you know what I'm saying, overcome whatever you was doing, you know what I'm saying, you just probably looked at your life like, man, something ain't right. The average person don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? So to say, was it the Most High's intention for them to not look at it like that? No, never. You understand? The Lord give everybody a chance just like anybody. You hear the words? It's up to you if your spirit want to gravitate to that. Or do you want to gravitate towards New Year's, Christmas, these wicked holidays, worshiping a false god, Buddhism, spirituality, a rock. Not a rock, Salaki. Worshiping a rock. You know what I'm saying? A stone. So let me use that because I still said a rock. I still said damn. You know what I'm saying? That's it on that. That was the scripture that I wanted. But just the point of this is to not be caught partying. Don't get caught celebrating New Year's and these wicked holidays because you're goddamn kids or you're missing out on some fun. You know what I'm saying? Serve the Lord because there's gonna come a time where that obedience is gonna pay off. You know what I'm saying? That obedience is gonna be the matter of life and death. If it ain't that to you right now, then maybe you living in a different world than I am. Because I know too many people that died. I don't know if y'all know people that literally got their head blown off. You know what I'm saying? hit up 100 shots. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, or die from cancer or a plague, or, you know, HIV positive or something, you know, something that you be like, damn, I wish, blind or lost an eye, a leg, paralyzed, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see it every day and you think, damn, I'm blessed to have my 2 legs. I'm blessed to not be shot all up. I'm blessed to still be here. You understand? Let me pay my debt to the Most High for showing me mercy. And it's nothing that you can do for the Most High. You're doing it really for yourself. But when you're fighting for the Lord, meaning you're making him out to be righteous because you're showing his way is the right way. You get what I'm saying? You showing that there's some honor in keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. There is some change that can happen, or he can just let you continue on the path that you're on and be destroyed. Let you smoke until you got a lump in your throat. You know what I'm saying? Let you drink until your liver erodes. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Because it happens. It's something that's within the earth. The earth was created with these elements in it as a consequence for these actions. It's like you can't take them out of the earth because they're just as a part of the earth as grass growing. You get what I'm saying? Everybody be wanting to say, oh man, all this stuff is man-made and all this. It's man-made because man is being wicked and it made it happen. It made it come about.
Right.
What you think? Men in there crossing DNA. The white man would really have you believe that he's in a lab and he got a bacteria with this and mixing that bacteria and he's able to make these diseases. Even if it is, still the work of the Lord. You understand?
Right.
It's still the work of the Most High. You understand? Salakia, where we at?
We just finished he read Isaiah 26 and 20.
Did I have you holding anything?
I finished up the Matthew 34.
Do I got you holding anything?
No.
Okay.
Live.
All right, Salakia. Okay. So let me get Isaiah 1 and 3, Baba Kashaf.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
Right. So the Lord is telling you, a ox knoweth his owner, man. What does that mean? Young man, what does that mean?
He knows his master.
Meaning what? What relevance does that have to you or us?
To us, basically, we know who the Most High is.
We know who the Most High, or we don't know. What's like I'm giving it to you. What if it's saying? Read it from the top. Read it slow too when you read. Always read slow so you can get that understanding. Go ahead.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Yeah, so the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass knoweth his master's crib. You understand? So it's telling you these two animals. What's the significance of those two animals?
I'm not sure.
Think of what do they say? What's a phrase that people use about an ox or an ass? You want to try it?
They're both beasts, and even the beasts know who their masters are.
Yes, but even more specific about the type of beast they are.
Oh, you can say that they're slaving beasts in a sense, like working beasts.
Yes, but think of more like what we use. Well, we say this all the time to people in reference to an ass. I'm giving it to you. Think.
Work our asses off.
No, that's more what he's talking about. We call him a dumb ass, right? You're a dumbass.
Right.
You'll say an ox or a dumb ox, like, you know what I'm saying? You've heard that term.
Dumb animal. Right.
Yeah, like just a stupid. It's just like a stupid animal. So like, you get what I'm saying? Okay. It's basically saying a dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? Or a dumb ox. meaning like the animal is just does what it does. It's not a sophisticated animal. You know, it's just an ox is gonna eat grass, do nothing. You tell it to sit, the ox ain't gonna sit. Do you see an ox or a donkey or anything in a circus? You know what I'm saying? Doing tricks. You know what I'm saying? It's not a smart animal. It's not an animal that you can domesticate to where, you know what I'm saying, it's doing things other than if you beat it, it might move forward. You know what I'm saying? You don't have an ox to goddamn plow a field or something because you beat it, it's just gonna go forward. A donkey, what is it? You know, it's called you a donkey. You're dumb, basically. If somebody say you're a donkey, you're an airhead. You know what I'm saying? And I'm using these references to say they know their master's crib. They know where their home is. Meaning what about us? Go continue reading it first. Maybe it'll answer it in there.
From verse 3?
Yeah, first 3. Leave off after where you left off.
But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
What is it saying?
We don't know who our owner is. We don't consider who our...
Not necessarily that specific. Iraq, you want to help him out with that?
Yeah, kind of, like we don't know basically who we are and who our God is, and so because of that, we don't know who our master. We don't know who our true master is, and we also don't know where our true home is. Because just like how the two beasts know those things, we don't.
Right, and more importantly, what we don't know who to follow.
Right,
that's the importance of that. The ox knoweth where to go, who to follow when the man is feeding him, or you know what I'm saying, who's giving him shelter and providing things for him. You don't know. You think you're doing it on your own. Hold your point.
Okay.
You think that you go to work, you got that job because you were the best worker, and you got money because the Lord blessed you, and you're just doing so great. No, it has nothing to do with that. You understand? It has nothing to do with just because, you know, you got something, it's automatically God just gave it to you for you to because he liked you, or you knew you did a great job and you're in the favor of the Most High. No, good comes to people, evil comes to people. You understand? But it's one thing for you to know when you do get somebody in this school gonna be like, the water to the Most High, Barakatah, Yahweh, Yahweh Shah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For whatever come to them because they know the Most High gave me this. You know what I'm saying? I got my job back. Barakatah, why Yahweh Shah? Why Yahweh Shah? Salaki. You understand? Barakatah, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah? Salaki. I'm giving the Lord the praise. You understand? Because it's important that I know who my master is, who who house I belong to. You understand? Who's over me, who's guiding me. You understand? That ox know. We don't know because we think it was your oppressor liked you at work. Sometimes the Lord will move the oppressor to give you what you need. You understand? To provide for you. Maybe the Lord will have mercy on you one day. Or how he's merciful God. That's his best attribute. You understand? But the importance is to know who to follow, to know what to follow, to know where home is. You understand? Like you said, like y'all was right to know where your home is, but it's more importantly knowing that our God, the black God of the Bible, is what's providing, is who is providing for us. You know what I'm saying? Giving us what we need, making sure we maintain, making sure we're good, making sure you don't get shot, but you know what I'm saying? So you survived the ailments that maybe your friends didn't. You understand? You get what I mean? Like it's because the Lord obviously has chosen us to be in his truth because we in his room. You understand? You wouldn't be here if the Lord didn't choose you to be here. That's just what it is. And that's for anybody that's tuning in. You wouldn't be tuning in to this live if it wasn't for the most high. You understand? Give me your point now, Salaki.
Oh, yes, like would it be wise to say to like to add on to that That like basically the axe and the ox, like another person can be kind and pet the ox, feed the ass, all of that. But when it comes time for the master, like, all right, come on, we gotta do this or whatever. Like basically like my dog, you pet my dog or you want to give all the treats you want to. Once I tell her to come, like she right to it. And like, is it wise to basically use that in the same context and scenario as that? Like in other words, I'm saying like the other person being the other nations. Like the other nation might come up to the ox and pet them and feed them or whatever. Like, okay, cool, like appreciate it. But as soon as master calls, like,
I mean, you can say it, but the reason why it really compared the ox and the ass is because those are just two dumb beasts, like I said. The point was it like if these beasts know who their master is, you know what I'm saying? Of course, a dog is more of a smarter, you know what I'm saying, animal. So it's just looking at it as an ox and an ass as opposed to a dog in reference to, them just being some dumb beast. You understand?
But there are ox and asses that are like that. Like as soon as
yeah, of course,
people come home and the cows will start dancing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we talk. That's the whole point of the scripture. On the surface, you look at them as a dumb beast. You understand? You're not gonna have a pet ox that you raise around your family like a dog. You get what I'm saying? Because why? Because the dog is more domesticated. The dog can, listen, shit outside, do this. Try to get the ox to do that. You get what I'm saying? Try to get the ox to boo on a pad. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. So you get what I'm saying? That's the point. They use those two to show you how low of intelligence they have, but how much respect they have for their master. You understand? And know their home, how much they respect their home and their master. But us, people of special privilege, you understand, of special pedigree, you understand? We, the children of the Most High, and we don't even know our home. We don't know our master. We over here in Christianity. We over here in Muslim. We over here Buddha. We over here doing all this, and we are a chosen people unto the Most High, a special people. We're special, not special like special ed special. We're special like, you know what I'm saying? Like great, you understand? Extraordinary, you know what I'm saying? But yet we want to get high. Yet we want a New Year celebration, Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? Sell drugs, steal, finesse, whatever, crack cars, whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? We want to do that as opposed to come home to your roots. Come to this UPK. Get this teaching. Get this knowledge. You understand? That's what the Lord is saying. A dumb animal will even do that. And it don't even know what's going on. It just know it's where it's good at right here. They gave me a place to stay. Gave me some food. This is my master and this is my house. The Lord gave you all that and more. And you still go be with the other nations. You still go against it. You understand? Brought you out of slavery. Brought you out of Egypt. Fought the battles for you. Did all of these things. You understand? What more can the Lord do before we realize who the hell we are and how special we are? Now let's get into the topic, man. Janice, I'm gonna send you some clips. Any questions on anything or any of that?
I'm gonna check online for you, sir.
If y'all got any questions on anything, man, make sure y'all type it in the chat. I'm gonna send you these notes. We're gonna read up on this upcoming holiday, man. It's so wicked, man. It's I'm gonna send you a couple. Just read them as I send you a rock. When you get it, read it. So what we got here for you? Read the first one that I'm giving you a rock, and then this next one that I'm gonna keep sending so I won't get confused.
You want me to start now, sir?
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, start right now. So like I said, Salakia, like I said, we're gonna get into this next pagan holiday, man, and show y'all how wicked this is, man, to be celebrating this holiday because y'all don't know what y'all celebrating. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna give you this just a little snippet. We're not gonna go in depth about it. If you're looking for a more in-depth breakdown, you understand, there's this information is available via the internet or encyclopedia, you understand, or any book that you can find on ancient Roman gods. You understand? So I'm gonna get it. Go ahead and read what you got from me.
Okay. Janus, in Roman religion, the animistic spirit of doorways, Janua, and archways, Jani. Janus and the nymph Canacine were the parents of Tiberinus, whose death in or by the river Albula is caused it to be renamed Tiber.
Yes, this is once again Janus in Roman religion. You understand? Rome had a god for every day of the year. You understand? Huh?
And day as well. It's day and month.
Yeah, day. That's what I say. Every day of the year. Yeah, they had a god for every day of the year. You understand? This is where you get naming your days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You understand? I know a little bit about some. I'm not gonna get in depth into those. I know some of those, like Saturday is named after the god Saturn. You understand? Sunday obviously is named after the sun god Ra or whatever from whatever. I want to say that's Egyptian. You understand? Which Rome copied a lot of Egypt's gods and just renamed them. You understand? Mm-hmm. But this is giving you a little bit of the history of Janus, who we're going to get into that. So it's a part of the Roman religion. Just talked about the spirit of doorways. One thing you need to know about that being the spirit of doorways, meaning what is people going to do right now? They're saying that January 1st, on the opposite side of starting on December 31st, right? At 12 o'clock, you're going to enter to that doorway to a new year, a new beginning. You understand? That's what a doorway symbolizes. We go out that door right now, we're in a new room. Right. You get what I'm saying? Right. We've left one point and went to a new point in history, in the room. You know what I'm saying? So doorways just represent traveling in how can you say it? I want to say not adventure, but like, you know what I'm saying? It represents a door. Go ahead.
Represents transition.
Transition, exactly. That's what you know the word I'm looking for, Salaki. Represents a transition, you understand? From one room to another, you understand? That's how you know you're in a new room. You got a doorway to your bedroom going into another room, you understand? It's a transitional type of, structure. So this God is a God of transitions, you understand? It's a God of new beginnings, a God of transition. We're going to get into that. Go ahead, read that second from me.
Some scholars regard Janus as the God of all beginnings and believe that his association with doorways is derivative. He was invoked as the first of any gods in regular liturgies.
Yeah, liturgies.
The beginning of the day, month, and year, both calendrical and agricultural. Calendrical and agricultural were sacred to him. The month of January is named for him.
The month of what?
The month of January is named for him.
So that's his heavy. The month of January is named after the Roman god Janus, who is the god of all beginnings and is associated with a doorway, which is a transitional structure, right? Something where you're entering and exiting. You understand? This is what the new year represents, right? You're exiting an old year and entering a new year. So there's supposed to be a transition. There's supposed to be a change that is associated with coming out of 2020 and going into 2021, because that's that doorway you're going into, right? That transitional period, right? From 2020, you were supposed to, you were a drug dealer, you were a drug user, so like not crackhead, we gonna put that on everybody, but you were a weed head, you were a whore, a homosexual, or whatever. So 2021 is supposed to represent, and this is what they do with their New Year's resolution. They state their transition. They're gonna change this year. All right, guys, come on, we're gonna take a drink to, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna lose this gut. The women always want to lose weight, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get money. There's always money involved, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever do anything righteous. It's always gonna get in shape and get money. Because everybody's gonna get rich in 2021 until you die, like in 2020, right?
Right.
Everybody's gonna get rich. That's what everybody's goal is, to be, start their business, buy their new home, buy their new car, you know what I'm saying? Get wealth. It's always a prosperity associated with that transition, because you're a goddamn slave and you're at the bottom in America. So the only way to go is up, right? If you're at the bottom of America, in your mind, shit, 2021 is my year. It's my year. For all those that said 2020 that year, now they tell me, man, you can have 2020. Woo! 2020 is over. Man.
2022.0.
Right. You understand? Salakia. They so happy. Oh man, first it was 2019. 2020 finna be my year. I'm finna ball. Oh, COVID-19, the Lord, he ain't doing shit. Salaki, sit your ass down. Salaki, sit your ass down. No, you ain't going nowhere. You're fired. You ain't got a job. Job gone. You thought that career was over. Don't even that industry don't even exist no more. You understand? It's done. This is why it's stupid to believe in Janus, in new beginnings. The only new beginning you should be thinking about is in Christ. You understand? The real Lord of new beginnings. Because if you put on the spirit of Christ, you will become a new man, a new woman. Because you actually will stop smoking weed. Try it. Try and tell the new year, Janet, Salakia, the God Janus, I'm going to stop smoking weed. COVID-19 hit. Man, roll up. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Because they stressed. I'm stressed. This job tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we got to roll up. Like this, Salakia. But that's how it goes. Just when you thought you was going to quit for 2020, you in the house, you can't go out. Now the weed is calling you. You know what I'm saying? The alcohol, the whores, everybody's calling you. The women, you lost your job. Now whoredom is calling you. Man, if I could just, this is why only the fans, I mean, they went from probably being a relatively known company to a probably billion-dollar industry. All the women at home, they like, I'm going to shake what my mama gave me. I'm going to shake my money maker in front of a camera to get money because there's no jobs. 2020 started off. 2019 was the transition from 2019 to 2020. Man, they thought, oh, we was going to make money. They didn't know they were going to be on camera shaking their ass making money. You get what I'm saying? They thought they had their vision board. I'm sure on the vision board it wasn't a stripper or only the fans on that vision board. When you know how women put up the vision board, they've got the car, the house they want, the job, the career, all of, I'm gonna start my CBD business. Yeah. Then now you just blurred all that out. Only the fans is on there. Now your vision board is left with just that. You understand? Only the fans. Everybody literally has one of those. So lock you. But the point of it is, this transition, this God is not a real God. But when you celebrate New Year's, this is what you worship. This is why the Most High is angered, and you got 2020 filled with COVID-19. It's in the air. You can't breathe next to people. You got to wear a mask everywhere you go. You on a goddamn airplane finna die of suffocation because you got a mask on the whole ride. It's already low oxygen. You know what I'm saying? On the plane, you're getting recycled air on that on there. You understand? And now you got to wear a mask everywhere you go. You don't even know who the hell you talking to, looking at. They pull that mask down. Good Lord, you know, put it back up, please. Right? It's like your breath's now you got mask breath.
Right.
So like everywhere you go. Bet you that wasn't on your vision board. Money, car, mask breath. No, it wasn't there. You understand? It's because you're giving your worship to a God that is not real. It's a Roman God, man. You over there talking about your New Year's resolution. It did not include what you thought it was going to include. Because this is what you're doing with your New Year. You're celebrating the month that's associated with a Roman pagan God that has no power, but it's the God that the Romans believe was all about transitions. Which when you're saying, I'm going to do this and my New Year's resolution, it's no different than some Roman back in the day. All right, we're going to pray to Janus. Janus is going to bring us wealth this year. They're in the goddamn streets of Rome, poor, eating breadcrumbs. You know what I'm saying? Praying to Janus, to the gods. Seen it in the movies, right? When all the goddamn gladiator, the gods be with us. Where our fortune is going to change this year. We're going to win the war and all this garbage. They're praying to Janus that it be different, that the results be different for the new year. You understand? That they win the war. Keep reading.
Okay. I'll start with that.
Yeah.
The month of January is named for him, and his festival took place on January 9th. The Agonium, that there were several important temples erected to Janus, and it is assumed that there was also an early cult on the Janiculum, which the ancients took to mean the city of Janus. Janus was represented by a double-faced head, and he was represented in art either with or without a beard. Occasionally, he was depicted as four-faced, as the spirit of the four-way arc.
Right.
You only sent me two, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you another one. All right, so another one. So read this. You don't have to start it from the beginning. Start it from Janus was known.
Okay.
Let me say a message failed. So lock it. What's going on? Did you get it?
Not yet, so I'm still waiting.
Did you get it?
Kind of okay. You said Janus was known?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of okay. Janus was known as the initiator of human life, transformations between stages of life, and shifts from one historical era to another. Ancient Romans believed
Janus. Hold on, Salaki, read that again. Janus was known as the what?
As the initiator of human life, transformations between stages of life, and shifts from one historical era to another.
This is your new year. This is what New Year's is about. Transformations between stages of life. You get older, right? According to the God of Janus. Each year that he comes around, a new year, you're 1 year older. You understand? These are the stages of life. You're celebrating a new life. You know, in 2021, you're going to be 1 year older, according to the God Janus. This is why we don't celebrate birthdays or give worship over it. It doesn't matter how old you are. You understand?
Right.
That has no reference to anything. It means nothing. You understand? You can be an old person that's still stupid. You understand? You don't know nothing.
Right.
You could be an old person that's still making the same mistakes. What does that mean? You understand? But in the world, they give you these stages of life where you're supposed to, I'm in my 20s. I'm going to party in my 20s. In my 30s, I'm going to be serious. You know what I'm saying? 40, I'm going to be established.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? These are the stages of life that the people that follow this calendar, this Roman calendar, right? And these traditions, this is why that's important to them, because they got to count these years. These years matter to them every year. It's 2021, 1 year old. I need to be doing this. Now it's important. I got to get serious about this. I need to focus. By the time I'm 25, I need to have X, Y, Z. Or by the time I'm 30, I need to have this. This is given over to the God Janus. You understand? You thinking about what you don't have and what you need to have. It's all about your stages of life. It shifts. What it said, it shifts from one historical era to another. 80s, baby, 90s, 2000s. You understand? Oh man, back in the 90s, we was da, 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 da. This is all thanks to this Roman god Janus. You understand that you're into these eras and what happened in those eras. You understand? It doesn't matter. The same thing. All I remember is in the 90s, we was poor. Black people was at the bottom. The 80s, we was messed up. 2000s, we messed up. 2010, 2020, ain't nothing changed. You understand?
Right.
It don't feel like it's a difference. You understand?
Right.
It's certain things that I was doing that I wasn't doing now because of my spirit and my transformation because of Christ, not because of no goddamn it's 2020 and now I know something because I kept up with every year. It don't mean nothing. It has no reference. But to them it did. You understand? Your oppressor, this means the world to them. You got a point? Go ahead.
Yeah, if I may, like just to show just how simple-minded these people are. You know, they sit here and worship these guys, you know, year in and year out, annually, every single year. And yet, you know, time and time again, basically that so-called God proves to them that they don't even exist. You know, and you can just start off with the very beginning of the new year to the very end, because at no point did you might have done the first week where you actually went to the gym. But most people, you know, they done within the first couple of days. But what happened to your God helping you with your transition?
It wasn't real.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, yeah.
But like, you know, with that, and that's how you know that, you know, ISUPK is the home of the truth, and that our God is the one and only living God. Because I mean, we can actually come to start to serve our God, follow his, you know, the ways that he set for us, and then, you know, we don't have no murderers in ISUPK. We don't have homosexuals in ISUPK. You know, we don't have all them other things that Janus still supports and still has, and it's supposed to be transitioning. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have none of that. Like we have true, you know, one true transformation, and then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We reach our goals.
Right.
If your goals in the UPK, like you bringing out, is heavy, is to be, you know, you want to fight. We teach you how to fight that demon that's on you. You understand? How to fight whatever it is. If you got brothers and sisters in this school that they work out, they in shape. They're gonna make sure if you're serious, you want to get in shape, contact Officer Ryan, you understand, in Chicago. You understand? And ask him for a workout plan and get some of that workout gear, Iron Sapien. You understand? That's who you contact, because we got brothers and sisters that they eat, sleep, and drink the gym. and they ain't waiting until January 1st to do it.
Right.
You waiting on January 1st to say, oh, well, 21, I want to get in shape. Them, they doing it in October, in June. You know what I'm saying? Whenever, all year round. You get what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with waiting on the time. They're waiting for you to want to take it serious. Same thing with us as a camp or as a school out here in Vegas. If everybody want to get serious about going, we're going to do it as a team and push each other. When we serious about doing it. We ain't going to tell you, you know what? Hey, don't work out today. Wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 1st. It's January 1st. What we're going to do is we're going to go to LA Fitness or 24-hour fitness or whatever, EOS, whatever. And we're going to get our membership. It's the 1st. We all going to start the year off right. No, fuck that. Excuse my language. That's gay. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that's gay.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about, man, I'm tomorrow on the 1st. I'm going to go get my membership. Nah. You understand? Do what you want to do when you want to do it. You understand? If you want to work out right now after class, you understand? Get in here. Sis got the goddamn. So like, Anyway, we ain't. It's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, so you know what I mean, though. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fall out off this. It's a lot. We're being peddling their life away. It's a lot. Go on, like, all right, calm down before you hurt yourself. I know you say, I know it ain't the first yet, and you want to prove a point, but just wait. We'll get that membership. Like, you ain't gotta do it. Don't do it here. They're here lifting chairs and shit. It's a lot. I'm gonna put something in the cooler. We're just gonna lift the cooler. Like looking at it. It's a lot.
That's a COVID workout.
Right, you feel me? Calisthenics. We in here doing wall push-ups, legs all the way at the top of the wall.
Right.
Jailhouse push-ups. I mean workouts. So lucky. Where we at though with that?
We was at we just finished.
Yeah, historical. Ancient Romans believe.
Right. Ancient Romans believed Janus ruled over life events such as weddings, births, and deaths. He oversaw seasonal events such as planting, harvest, seasonal changes, and the new year.
And the what?
And the new year.
And the what?
And the new year.
Man, Janus is where you get January, is where you get the new year. He oversaw weddings. Salaki, he oversaw weddings. Salaki, I lost my place. 1 second.
Weddings, births, and deaths.
Yeah, weddings, births, deaths. You understand? Life events, seasonal things such as planting, harvest, seasonal changes. No, wow, I'm too wild. You understand? This is what Janus represents, man. This is why y'all love New Year so much, because it represents new beginnings. Your wedding day is 2021 sometime. You can't wait for that doorway, to walk through that doorway. You understand?
Right.
Because you have major events planned. Right now, somebody got something planned for 2021 already. Oh man, I'm going to Puerto Rico. I'm going to, Jamaica. I'm not saying it's a sin to plan out what you're doing.
Right.
But it comes in succession with, I'm going to worship. I'm going to celebrate the new year. You understand? Bring in 2021 right. You know what I'm saying? With a nice party and drink and, fun. And then we're going to take our trip. You know what I'm saying? It's that thought process. Not, hey, you know what? Sometime next year I'm going to take me a trip and go wherever. If you want to do that, it's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But it's the whole celebration and acknowledging 21 and 2021 is here. It's time to party, turn up for this one night and show that we're finna walk through this doorway. We're finna worship Janus. You understand? Because Janus is that God that's gonna bring me this new beginning. It's gonna transition me in my life to being fit, to being healthy, wealthy.
Right.
You understand? All of these things because it's 2021. You failed all 2020. You're gonna fail 2021 too. Just know that. Like, you're not gonna reach your goals. You're still gonna be in the ghettos. You still gonna be a second-class citizen, a minority. Janus is not gonna help you with that. Janus can't help you with that. Janus is not gonna make the white man stop killing you. You understand? Your family members are still going to jail. Your babies will still get aborted. It's because you don't have the law, statutes, and commandments. It has nothing to do with Janus.
Right.
You understand? If Janus was real, you understand? Trust me. Trust me. Janus is not real, but if Janus was real, you still wouldn't honor him. You do it because you don't know what you're doing. But if Janus was a real God and he actually told you what to do to be working out, how to stop smoking weed and all of these things, that's when you would stop worshiping Janus.
Right.
Just like you did the God of the living, the God of the Bible.
Right.
When he told you to stop getting high, stop celebrating Christmas, stop partying too much, you know what I'm saying? Stop sleeping with whores, stop being homosexual. You hated him. Right. You hated that guy.
Right. But
if Janus was real and he really told you to do it, you would hate him too. You understand? Because you only love a facade. You love your heathen culture. You love your oppressors, man.
Right.
And that's the problem. That's where it starts. That's why the Lord said, come out of her so that you do not be partakers of these sins and these plagues. Because there's punishments, there's judgments associated with loving your oppressor. Because your oppressor is going to be judged. And if you're going to be with them, you're going to be judged with them. Because you're going to act like them, you're going to talk like them, walk like them, you're going to worship like them. You're not going to be in these ranks loving the oppressor.
Right, facts.
You can't. How can you love your oppressor and be in these ranks knowing that these people are out to they all the things that they've done, the way they feel about and I'm never going to say every oppressor, you understand, is the same. You understand? I would never say that, but that's not the point. You understand? The point is them as a nation. We can pick individuals in every nation. You understand? And say who's good and who's bad and who we can love. You understand? At the end of the day, like I said, I'm sure it's somebody that genuinely has some respect for Black people, Hispanics, and Native Indians that's not a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. But the point ain't to say, hold your point. It's not to be, oh, I'm gonna single this person out and say they represent everybody, for good or for bad. We hate our oppressors because of what they've done to us. Remember what they represent when every time that they flaunt their wealth and don't give us, it shouldn't even be a goddamn debate whether you're gonna give Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians $2,000 stimulus.
Right.
Are you serious? Go ahead.
So, like, if I may, with that $2,000 stimulus, I want everybody to, to please hear it is. And understand with that package deal, the government is basically touching on $900 billion to give relief to not only to the civilians, but also to businesses. So with that being said, that's almost $1 trillion. I already looked up how much, if you were to get $1 for every second, how long would it take for you to get to $1 trillion?
Yeah.
It takes over 23,000 years to come up to $1 trillion, and they only 100 billion short from getting to that. So with that being said, with all that type of money that they coming in with, and they only decide that they can only give us a lousy 600, let alone actually giving us the 2,000 that most of us actually do need, even though that they ain't gonna give us nothing else until probably next year. But we need that money, and that just shows how wicked they are and how little they care about it. Salakia, sir. Like, I had just read that the other day about that whole stimulus. How much money they actually touching on.
Yeah, absolutely. Our oppressor is evil and wicked.
Right.
You understand? And has no soul or heart. You understand? They really, here's the problem with America. You're relying on multimillionaires to make a decision for hundredaires. You know what I'm saying? At the most, thousandaires. You get what I'm saying? You got hundreds of dollars in your pocket, if that, or maybe thousands. And you got multimillionaires determining whether you get a couple grand. To them, that's nothing. They have no compassion. They can care less.
Right.
You understand? They don't give a damn. They just want to know, how will this look as a politician if we don't give it? That's more their concern than giving it to you. If we don't do nothing for the poor Americans, how will they think of us? You know what I'm saying? This is what they think about. Will we be able to win the election in 2024 knowing that we disagreed with giving them $2,000? They spend $2,000 on a tip probably at their favorite restaurant. It's nothing to them. It's nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To you, it's everything. To you, it may be the matter of feeding your children. You understand? Keeping your lights on, paying your rent. You're behind on bills. $2,000 is everything because you want to celebrate Christmas.
Right.
You wanted to celebrate New Year's. So now you're relying on your oppressor to give you $2,000 and hoping that they give it to you, and hoping that they be gracious and merciful to give you $2,000. You understand? Keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, man.
Right.
Turn away from these wicked holidays, man.
Right.
And 2000 will be looked at the way they look at it, as Pookie does. Nothing. It's a goddamn drop out of a bucket.
Right.
Because we will have the riches of the world. You understand? We will be the ones determining if we want to give our slaves a trinket or two. You understand?
Right.
Which they ain't getting nothing from me. Salakia. They never gave me nothing. I don't care if they give me 2,000. That's still nothing.
Right.
You understand? And they won't get that if I'm in charge. When I'm in charge. You
Right.
understand? They're gonna have to work every day of their life to the inch. They may get an hour of rest, if that. I may wake them up in the middle of the night. Salakia. Don't get me going. You understand? And this is what we strive for. The only way you're gonna see that day and actually have some real power is to serve your power and to turn away from America. Come out of her. Stop celebrating these evil holidays. Give it up. We don't care if your kids are happy. We don't care how it makes you feel. You're angering the Most High. You're angering the creator of everything, the creator of life, death, earth, stars, moon, universe, planets. What is your happiness matter to him? You want to throw away your life for a moment in time to worship Janus, to worship the God of seasons and changes and doorways, some goddamn Roman God? You ain't been to Rome not one time in your goddamn life, and you over here worshiping a Roman God.
Right.
Are you a fool? Don't be a fool. You understand? Let's get some scriptures, man. We gonna give me Psalms 1 and 1. Baba Kasha. How much time we got left?
We got 6 minutes.
All right, so like we're gonna pull that and then you get for me Ezekiel 11 and 16. Baba Kasha.
Ezekiel 11 and 16.
No, you, young man. You give me Psalms 1 and 1. Read it when you got it.
The book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
Man, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. Man, stop following after these ungodly people, man. Listening to them. Go ahead.
Nor standeth in the way of sinners.
Man, do not associate or stand around sinners, man. Don't hang with people who want to celebrate the New Year's and look up to that as if it's everything. I'm not saying don't, you understand, be with your family from time to time, but when they're sinning and they're worshiping New Year's, get away from them. Go outside in your car. Go wherever. Come to the men of the Lord.
Right.
Call me.
Right.
I'm saying, get away. See what we're doing. See if we can come together. You understand? When your family is being wicked, don't go associating with them while they're being in their wickedness, man. Go ahead.
Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord.
Man, the law, statutes, and commandments, man, is what you should excel in. Go ahead.
And in his law doth he meditate day and night.
Man, this is what you should be doing. You should be thinking about the law, statutes, and commandments. How to please the Most High day and night. Meditating, pondering, daydreaming. Damn, okay, I could be doing this, but I'm going to do this. Think. Don't just give on to sin and be amongst the sinful.
Right.
Go ahead, man.
And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water.
Man, oh my God, a tree by the river is going to grow.
Right.
You are going to be fruitful. Go ahead.
Right. That bringeth forth that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither. And whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
Man, this is the point we're trying to reach, man.
Right.
We're trying to be prosperous in everything we do.
Right.
We're trying to be successful. We're trying to escape death every time it possibly comes our way. We're out of that jam quick. That jam, we thought, oh man, this could have went left. It went right. That's what we want. I don't know about you, but I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I was thought, damn, this shit finna go left. And lo and behold, it goes right. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 4. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away.
Man, you know what a chaff is, right? Chaff is like some goddamn brush, like that little goddamn, just some little like dust or something, like some chaff. Look up chaff, Baba Kasha, real quick. Give me what you got.
Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord God, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come.
Man, the Lord is telling you, listen, because you're in America and you're not in our land does not mean nothing. You're among the heathen. You're among these other nations. But the Lord is going to be a sanctuary to you. Believe in him.
Right.
You understand? Call upon him. Keep your focus upon him. And you will overcome everything that you're going through. You understand? You can fight New Year's. You can fight this season, man. This holiday season. This wicked season, man. Let the Lord guide you, though. Let the Lord be your sanctuary. Don't leave it upon yourself. Pray unto the Most High, man. Call upon the Lord, man. Go ahead, read chaff when you got it,
man. Chaff. Now, the husks of corn or other seeds separated by winnowing or threshing.
Man, so basically some seed that'll blow in the wind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing important. Just something that the wind can just carry away.
Right.
You understand? You don't want to, and that's what the ungodly are. They have no stability. You understand? They're not rooted. They're the little seed that falleth on the ground and the wind blow it. They don't even get planted. They don't even grow. The wind blows it away, keep blowing it. It grows to the goddamn cement or ocean somewhere and it just never grows.
Right.
You understand? And with that, we're going to pass the class over to Officer Robert.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment found in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Maishara, which means 10th in the Hebrew. That's a locket. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Priest, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to, upcoming holy convocations, we have the Feast of Purim.
Purim.
Purim, Salakia, sir.
February 25th to the 26th.
February 25th to the 26th, Salakia. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black: boots, shirt, pants, headband, and our scarf. And with that, we're gonna give one courtesy salute to the teacher. So, Men of Israel, Amazon, which means to stand. And it's Amazon Shabbat. You step with your right foot. So Amazon, yeah, there you go. Stand like this with your feet like 45, like this. There you go. Then you're gonna step with your right foot, and you're gonna step hard. So Amazon Shabbat, Amazon Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathum.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathum.
With that, class dismissed. Okay.